Doing a DOA Xtreme 3 Let's Play. And whenever I do these Let's Plays, I tend to talk about random topics, some of them funny, some of them serious. And this is another art-related one. Because I just had an interesting last, maybe 2 hours of my day occurred on social media and Facebook, which today started out pretty well. Actually, it's pretty much going to end pretty well. Long story short, a comic book legend, quote unquote, depending on what people personally feel is a legend. I personally feel he's a legend because he made up a good chunk of my teenage comic buying days. I respect the guy, I admire the guy. I love his artwork, even though it is very fundamentally and technically flawed. And I think over the past almost 20 years, or like as soon as after the 90s ended, everybody liked to shit on him. And that artist and creator is Rob Liefeld. He is the co-creator of Deadpool. So if you watch the Deadpool movies, he's the co-creator. He did work for Marvel Comics in I think he did work for DC as well. He did work for Marvel Comics, mostly known for his New Mutants X-Force run. Created a lot of good characters. Cable, Domino, Deadpool. He left his mark on the comic landscape, and then he left Marvel and co-found. Well, basically he founded Image and invited Tom McFarlane, Jim Lee, and a bunch of other artists to join him at Image to create their own stuff and fully profit off their own work. And the Image founders, they created a landmark in comic book history. And them forming Image pretty much made them millionaires almost overnight. Yeah, millionaires. Anyone telling you different is they don't know the true facts. They sold millions of copies of their books under Image. Books were going for $2 a pop. They were slightly more expensive than Marvel books. Like I said, I admire the guy. I loved his artwork. I still own a good chunk of his books. I'm still trying to find like the first the first series of Lumbud and the regular series of it to add to my Image Comics collection. So I don't have nothing wrong with nothing personally against Rob Liefeld. I'm a fan of his work. I don't really know the guy personally. I did hear that he can be quite fiery with his opinions. He does have that reputation. That's perfectly fine. But yeah, the Facebook group. I'm not gonna say the group because I don't want people to go in there and just go in there and just start shit, because it's funny because the group even had a warning letting people know to kind of not be so critical of 90s art pros, because I guess they do read the comments in the group as a warning. They didn't say you couldn't, they just gave you a warning that just to let you know these guys read the comments in the group, so watch what you say. So it's like me personally, I have no filter. I say what's on my mind, and I can give two fucks about your feelings when it comes to my personal opinion. Like I said, I had a rep in many Facebook groups. I've been kicked out of many Facebook groups for speaking my opinion, for not bowing down to anybody who says they're a big wig or anybody. I pretty much, well, I didn't say it, but translation, I pretty much told the publisher of a comic book publisher to fuck off. But I didn't say it, I didn't say that exactly, but my response was in kind of, well, he came at me sideways too. So it's like, I don't care if you run a company, I don't care who you are. If you come at me sideways, I'm gonna tell you to fuck off. I don't care. I don't care. You ain't paying my bills. You ain't signing my checks. You should not come at me sideways, because I would not do that to you. You know, there's a proper way to approach somebody and disagree with somebody. You know, and so how all this started was, I'm in the group, and so there's another Marvel. Well, he was a Marvel. He became an Image artist a little later. His name was Stephen Platt. He was known for his short stint on Moon Knight. I think he did maybe 7 or 8 issues of Moon Knight before he ended up, you know, going to Image or whatever. He was a young talent. His artwork, in my personal opinion, because this is how all this started, over a personal opinion, the guy is talented. I'm not gonna lie, he's talented, and but his artwork's a hot mess. About how, you know, people who went to art school or whatever were talking about how you know, over rendering in comic book art and art in general was like bad and you shouldn't do it and stuff like that. Me, since I was formerly trained in art, there are do's and don'ts when it comes to doing art objectively, you know, i.e. working as a professional in an art-based either job or career or trade. There are do's and don'ts. And you can do way too much when it comes to, you know, illustrating art. And the 90s was a period of excess. It was a sign of the time. You had female characters who were 10 feet tall and their legs made up 7 feet of their bodies. You had dudes' arms and legs who were bigger than their torsos with microscopic heads. You had characters with 50 pouches on them. The 90s was a period of excess, and as between the ages of like 13 to my early 20s, I loved every bit of it. I spent thousands of dollars on comic books during the 90s. Not hundreds, thousands of dollars. Even though I consider Stephen Platt's work a hot mess, but like everybody else at the time, I did buy it. I bought his books that he worked on. I bought the Moon Knight. I bought the Prophet books. So as a customer who bought the product, I can say whatever the fuck I want about you. And I would allow that to a person who bought my shit. It's like, as long as they're buying my shit, they can say whatever the fuck they want. It's like, in the end, I won. You paid for my shit. You can say whatever the fuck you want about it. And so, so this guy posted this in the group, you know, saying, you know, it's like, oh, for those people saying over rendering, it's like, look at his stuff, he was successful and all this like this. And so I came in there just giving my 2 cents as far as like, it's like, yeah, but at the end of the day, a lot of people who do over render their shit is covering up for the fact that they're fundamentally flawed. It's like, I'm an artist, and to be a successful artist, you have to create the illusion of realism to a certain extent. That is your job, based on what your employer wants, and you know what they're paying you to do, and whether your art has an audience to where they can make money. They're capitalizing on your audience and your name, to make money, and then they pay you because you made them money. That's how jobs work in general. Same thing applies to art. And so Stephen Platt, he was young, he got offered a big contract, got paid I think $1 million, got a car from Rob Liefeld's Xtreme Studios. And I think that's why Rob Liefeld came at me in the comments, because he was just defending his boy. And I respect that. You defend your boys. You defend, your friends, your comrades, your co-workers. And plus, at the same time, I was saying a lot of truthful shit. There's a lot of documentaries about Rob, Stephen Platt, Image Comics, It's like when you're a public figure, or in Rob Liefeld's case, a legendary figure in the comic book industry, like all your dirty laundry is going to be on the internet. People are going to make documentaries about it. You know, you have no privacy as far as, you know, what you did in the industry, what you do outside the industry. You know, it's a part of your public persona. You know, he got wiki pages on his ass. He got probably like 10 or 20 YouTube videos about him, probably more. And it's like, same with Platt, you know, he did stuff, you know, he's known for doing stuff. He became, I consider what he did like a footnote, you know, in 90s comic era, you know, during the 90s comic book era. You know, people are still familiar and known for his work, but like I said, when you're a teen, like I was, you know, this stuff was the shit, you know? It was awesome shit at the time. It was cool. And like I said, in comics, you know, weren't too expensive. You know, I just saved up my lunch money and bought like a shit ton of comics. And then when I had got a job, I was spending hundreds of dollars on comics. So it's like, it was just cool. It was different. It wasn't boring. It wasn't traditional Marvel fare. So you bought it because it was different and it was cool, and you can talk about it with other fellow comic book readers, you know, your age. But if you talk about the generation before our generation, they would tell you that the comics we liked were shit. And it wasn't until, you know, I think around my late 30s, early 40s, where I did realize that a lot of the comics in the 90s were shit. They were entertaining, fun reads, but a lot of the art, the writing was not very good. It wasn't good. It just wasn't. That's a fact. You know, I can look at it at rose-colored lenses. Matter of fact, I pick up a lot of the 90s comic books in dollar bins, like stuff I want to get that I actually liked, that I actually considered was good, or that I just wanted for nostalgia reasons. It's like a good chunk of it it's not very good unless I got from like the top 6 of Image guys. And even some of the guys they brought in, like J. Scott Campbell and Finch and Turner, like their early stuff when they came in wasn't really good. They didn't become really good until later. So it's like, but there are some artists who didn't become good over time and they just faded into obscurity. And that's what I said, you know, about Stephen Platt. You know, he went to storyboarding. He went to go get a secure art job, an actual art career, you know, where you're getting benefits, where you're getting a paycheck, you know, twice a month, you know, where, you know, job security. There's not a lot of job security working in comic books. It's passion. It's a lot of passion. And it's like you got to hit the lottery to become real successful. And if you do maintain a career in it, you got to be like consistent. You got to meet your deadlines. You got to have a good reputation, and your art has to be good, you know, to keep getting work. It has to sell. And but like I said, it's like Stephen Platt, you know, he had his 15 minutes of fame, and that was pretty much it. It ran its course. It was finally remembered. He got hyped all to hell by Image and Wizard Magazine and other publications, saying he's the next thing since Wonder Bread, because a lot of artists, they got hyped all to hell during the 90s. It was the era of the artist. Like any new guy who could pick up a pencil, who drew similar to like the Image founders, you know, they got hyped all to hell. You know, that's facts. That's how it was back then. And so basically I gave my 2 cents in the group, and went back and forth with a few people about, you know, art standards and over rendering and things like that. And so I'm debating with this one dude about basically how shitty comic book sales have been like the past 8 years. So me and him going out of it, and out of the blue I get a ding on my phone, and it's Rob Liefeld, and I'm like, holy shit. Okay, let me see what he wrote. And let me pause it right quick. I'm gonna read exactly what he said in his message to me on the phone. It's like, it's not the first time I briefly chatted with him on Facebook. Like I said, the Image founders, Tom McFarlane, Rob Liefeld, you know, they're active. They just lurk. And if you are an artist in like any like comics books group, you will most likely run into these guys once in the blue moon. And so, what was his first post? He posted on two comments that I did. So the first comment, what did he put? This is what he said. So after I said all that stuff, you know, after mentioning Stefan Platt's art is a hot mess, Rob Liefeld was like, "Who are you, and what are your qualifications to label him as stylish hot mess?" So this was my reply. I said, "It's a personal opinion, just like many have a personal opinion about your art being bad. But I am a fan of it. Like I said, I am a fan of Rob Liefeld. I have defended that dude in many art groups. It's like I am probably the biggest Rob Liefeld shill on the planet. I love the guy's work. It's exciting. It's awesome. I love it. And so I said, but I am a fan of your work. And I said, I never said, and it's a fact, I never said Platt's work is bad. Never once have I bad in the group. I did say he's very talented. I said, but this is my personal opinion. I said his work is a hot mess. That's a personal opinion. It's like, how can you argue against that? You can't. It's like, you can't argue against somebody having a personal opinion. You just can't. It's nearly impossible. And I think why he didn't retort after that was the fact that I told him I'm a fan, and the fact that I told him it's a personal opinion. And many have a personal opinion, like I said, about Rob Liefeld. You know, his art style is very stylistic, flamboyant. He was one of the people whose female characters had 7 feet of legs. His guys had very weird kind of crotches. He had pouches all over his characters. And yeah, you know, he was the one that created that kind of style. He's the one that ushered it in that a lot of people, including the Stefan Platt guy, tried to copy. But Stefan Platt was not as polished or had the basic drawing fundamentals to make it work. Don't get me wrong, Platt was talented, but there was a lot of anatomical and proportional flaws in his work where it looked like a 15 or 13-year-old drew it. Like a talented 15-year-old, 13-year-old drew it. Especially like his covers were awesome, but his interior pages were not very good. Not very good. It's like, I respect him because like he got offered, he worked for Marvel. I has never worked for Marvel. He worked for Marvel like as a late teenager, and then he got offered a big chunk of change to join Rob Liefeld at Xtreme Studios and draw Rob Liefeld books, and he even got a car and like good chunk of change. And yeah, it's like, dude hit the lottery. He got extremely lucky. He would not have that same opportunity today. Probably in the indie scene, I could say, like I said, he's talented enough to somewhere in the indie scene, somebody would want him to work on their stuff. But, you know, getting paid $1 million? Nah. Be given a car? No. No. Just no. But, let's see. Then here's the other reply he had to my other comment. And so, this is a reply to what I was talking about over-rendering. My opinion as far as that. Hey, Shinigami, how you doing, bro? And so, Rob Liefeld, this is what he said to me. Comic book legend, 90s legend. He was like, you are seriously full of your own shit. What have you done that has stirred the masses? Alright, so like I said, Rob Liefeld, I have nothing personally against the guy. You know, he has a name in the industry. Like I said, he made $1 million almost overnight publishing his Youngblood comic. He sold over 1 million copies of X-Force #1. I think he sold over 1 million copies of his Youngblood #1. He made pop culture history in the 90s. I got nothing but respect and love for the man. But yeah, he came out me sideways with this comment. He is like, you are seriously full of your own shit. What have you done to have stirred the masses? See, this is his ego talking. But like I said, he's defending his boy. He's defending his friend. So it's like, and he thinks I'm just a typical troll on the internet. I get that a lot. And it's bitten people in the ass. numerous times, because like I said to people, I don't give two fucks who you are. I don't. I have nothing to lose. I'm a nobody. It's like, what are you gonna do to me? Nothing. And so my reply to him was, I never bragged about my art skills or anything. This is America, and I am free to have a personal opinion as well as likes and dislikes. I said I busted my ass selling and grinding at conventions like a million other artists. I made a modest living. So that was my response. He never clapped back because he knew if he pressed the issue further, he would come off as an egotistical asshole. And when you have a guy who has pop culture relevance and you're going after somebody who's a relative no-name, who doesn't have nowhere near your clout, nowhere near your success or anything, and you're going to try to come after them, it's going to make you look petty and like a dumbass. So that's why he didn't bother replying back, because he came after the wrong one. Like he said, he thought I was just a typical troll. But I politely, replied to his comments in which he was obviously trying to come at me. Like I said, he was defending his boy. He was defending his friend. I can respect that. He was defending his friend, fellow colleague, fellow comic book artist who was popular in the 90s. He was defending him. I can't hate on him for that. I probably would have done the same thing, but everything that I posted in the comments about Stephen Platt was facts and personal opinion. Like I said, if he came in there and debated my points with actual facts, that's perfectly fine. But he was attacking my personal opinion. And when it comes to that, you're going to lose. Because who are you to tell me what to not like, what to think, and what to dislike? It's like, who are you? It's like, yeah, you sold millions of copies. I'm a fan of your work. You have a name in the lexicon of comic book history. But who the fuck are you to tell me anything? It's like, you're not my parent. You don't cash my checks. Yeah. I don't have to listen to a damn word you say, bro. I don't. I said, you should be kissing my ass. I'm the one who bought 5 or 6 copies of your Youngblood comic back in the day. I'm the one who bought all your New Mutants work. I'm a customer. I am a fan of your work. I'm one of the people that made you rich. So yeah. If I bought the shit of the people I talk shit of, then I can talk all the shit I want. Period. I can see if I didn't buy the shit and was just hating. I wasn't hating on Platt. I was just stating facts. Because his ass do need to go to art school. His artwork is fundamentally flawed. It's like, yes, he got offered $1 million to draw. He worked for Marvel, but still, there is a lot of other artists who are fundamentally better than that guy. A lot. And most of them have not had the opportunity that he got. I think that's one of the reasons why I come off as such a hard ass in like some art groups about when it comes to mediocrity being accepted. Because like I said, in the 90s, there was a lot of mediocrity and bad work being published. Yeah, I bought it. I enjoyed the shit out of it. But after going through art school, being older and wiser, I recognized that, yeah, a lot of that shit published was shit. It was. A lot of it was. And, matter of fact, I think I went to school with some of the few of the image pros. Some of the image pros were, like, in art school while I was in art school. And they were already, making money, working for Image. Like, I met Dan Fraga and I met some other people. And it's like, back in the 90s. And it's like, yeah, it's like a lot of it was bad. It was like, ooh, it's like, yeah, you sold 1 million copies. It's like, I give you props for that. Much love. You do your thing. You go, boy. Shit. I wish I could sell 1,000 copies of a book. I'll be happy if I sell 500 copies of a book. And you sold 1 million, shit, that's respect. I am not hating on financial success. But if I'm being critical of the actual work itself, it wasn't very good. Now you could say because I sold millions of copies, it must have been good. It's like no. It was good for its time. It was good because a lot of people thought it was cool, but fundamentally, it was not good. I mean, I think the best example I can give of that is the one dude, I don't know, it's the 70s or something. Somebody was selling an item called the Pet Rock. Now, this guy was a marketing genius. He was able to put rocks in a box and people actually bought it. They would decorate it and everything. Sort of like the Chia Pet. Remember the Chia Pet? And it's like, yeah, people bought this shit. It's like, if you're a good salesman and people like you, they're going to buy your shit. And, over my, 11 years going to cons, I've seen people whose artwork was, like, worse than mine sell better than me. Shit, that was, like, half the time. Like, half my neighbors were not very good. And they would come out like a bandit. It was like, there was either two reasons. It was like, they either knew how to sell it, or they had a big fan base and people liked them enough to where they just bought their shit because they just liked them. Not because the work was good, just because people just want to support you as a person. And the funny thing is, I tabled next to people whose artwork was good, and they wouldn't get a lot of sales either, which was sad too. Sometimes I would sit to some table next to somebody whose stuff was good, and I would make out like a bandit, and I feel kind of bad because their shit is really good, and I end up going to their table and buying some shit off of them. Because I'm like, man, why aren't they getting no customers? Like, don't get me wrong, I love the fact that I'm just raking in the dough, but my neighbor next to me, his shit is fucking, or her shit is fucking awesome, but nobody's fucking buying it. It's like, what the fuck? It's like, life is not fair, dude. Life is not fair at all. It is not fair. But yeah, it blew my mind that Rob Liefeld, one of the people I idolized, one of the people I wanted to draw like when I was like in high school, hit me up and came at me sideways on Facebook. Man, I'm like, man, I think about it, today was a great day. But like I said, I am known, I don't know, I don't consider myself a shit talker. Because like I said, all the shit I talk is based on facts. I just give raw information. And sadly, not many people like being flooded with data or information or facts. Because a lot of people base their arguments off of feelings on social media. So when you stick to facts, people get butthurt. I mean, seriously butthurt. They want to cancel you. They want to consider you the scum of the earth. They'll come to your page and talk shit about you. They'll talk shit about you behind your back. They'll ban you from art groups. It's like, I admit, I can come off like a pompous asshole whenever I comment. But that's because I am apologetic when it comes to facts. I do not apologize. It's like, why should I? It's like, if the person you're talking to is showing their ass and can't debate with you using facts, then that's just them being stupid. That's just showing their own ignorance. I'm sorry. I am not going to kowtow my feelings towards somebody else's ignorance. No. No. I've been kowtowing my feelings for idiots for far too long. That's why I became an asshole like the last 10 years. I became a straight up asshole. It's not because I want to, it's because I have to. Because people get caught up in their feelings too easily these days, and then they expect you to like give in to their feelings, and it's like, no! Why should I give in to your feelings? You haven't done shit for me. You're over here trying to make me look bad for one thing. You're trying to come after me. I'm not trying to come after you. You're coming after me. And then if I do come after you, it's just facts, and then you just can't handle it. And then you get butthurt. Okay, that I can understand. That's just you being butthurt. Shoot, it got to the point nowadays where I get into little Facebook tips that I just tell the people, is like, look, you're digging yourself into a hole. I will advise you to just back out the argument now. But there's so many people who just want to have the last word on social media when it comes to discussions and debate, that they will bury themselves in the argument just so they can have the last word. I swear to God. That's what I'm dealing with. You're dealing with a lot of people who are still like in their teenagers, even though they're probably like in their like mid 20s to mid 30s. And it's like dude, just disengage, you know? And it's like, and plus I just overload you with so many facts and information. It's like, just take it and go. You know, just take it and go. You know, put your pride aside unless you got different facts. You know, facts that can disprove my facts, then just cut your losses and go. But no, they want the last word. They want to insult you, talk shit about you. And, you know, laugh at your comments, laugh emoji your comments, and, you know, that's how it goes on the internet. And, like I said, I am anti-bullshit to a fault, and I admit it gets me into trouble. It kind of, in some ways, stifle business opportunities, potential commissioning opportunities, because, like I said, the Facebook art community is full of people who kiss ass. They do. A lot of people kiss ass so they can get, you know, buddy with other people so they can network, you know, and get opportunities or get people to pitch their own projects and books and shit like that. And it's like, I'm not hating on that. If that's the way you want to play the art game, then so be it. You know, I network too, but I am not going to kiss, you know, anybody's ass. And it's like, I don't like to beg either. I don't like to beg. And it's like, the reason I don't like to beg is because people hold that against me. People, as far as people like me who are fact checkers and anti-bullshit people, anytime people can see us weak, they love it. They love seeing us when we're down. So it's like, I do not like to beg or anything like that. It's like, I'll ask. And then I think last year I tried begging. I'm not gonna lie. Facebook. Or was it early this year? I think it was early this year. I was on Facebook and it was like I was trying to sell my art prints on Facebook, but it was also my little social experience to see out of my 700 plus friends who would either buy or at least share my post to help me out. Like I said, I got like over 700 friends on Facebook. So after pushing my shit, I mean shamelessly pushing my art prints and commissions for weeks on Facebook before the convention, I only had like, I think 7 people shared it, and nobody bought my prints, but I did have a generous donation from a friend. And it's like, I love the fact she gave me a donation, but it hurt me that she didn't want none of my art. She was like, I don't want any of your art, but you know, here's a donation. And it was like, okay. It's like, how could you be happy and just sad at the same time? It's like, it's almost like a playful slap in the face. It was like, oh, come here, you. And it's like a playful slap. But it's like, oh, thanks, friend. It's like, yeah, but they're still slapping you in the face because it's like, I don't want your art. It's like, damn, you won't even take a freebie just as a thank you? No, Phil, thank you. Fuck, man. That hurt. That hurt. Like, yeah, I still took the money she donated, you know, but that still hurt. It's like, dang, you wouldn't even take my art just to say thank you? Fuck. Damn, bro. Damn, sis. Yeah, whatever. I'll take the money. Ain't gonna complain. So it's like after that, I took like a week and a half break from Facebook because it was just heart-wrenching. It was soul crushing where a lot of the people you felt like were your friends or what do you call it? You know, friends, acquaintances, and art buddies, you know, didn't have your back. But like I said, I burned so many bridges just because I'm anti-bullshit that I do have a lot of low-key haters who do follow me on my friends list. A lot of low-key haters, a lot. And it's like I said, being anti-bullshit comes with a price, because people don't think you're like the friendliest person or nicest person. And at the same time, these people got a lot of bullshit and skeletons in their own closet. And like sometimes, like some of my comments, it may hit a nerve. And they'll speak about me in private messages behind my back. They'll smile at me, yet they got a knife, you know, in their hand behind their back. So, you know, it is what it is. You know, that's the price I pay for not kissing ass and not for being, you know, buddy with people. Like I said, I was a cautious catty. You know, even when I was nice and buddy with people, people would still stab me in the back. So it's like, I'm at the age where I don't give two fucks. It's like, you're either, you know, a true person, like a true ride or die person, or you're not. You know, that's how it is with me. You either ride or die, or you're not. And it's like, I could be cool and cordial with you, but I know that you're probably talking some shit behind my back over some petty shit that I said in a group comment, or a point I made on your page, or something like that. And it's like, since they don't really know you as a person, you know, they already vilify you. Now, it's like relationships are only skin deep on social media. It's like, yeah, it's like, out of half the, like a majority of the people you meet, out of the 100 people you'll meet, probably only 5 or 7 will be like friends. Will be like ride or die friends out of those hundreds of people you meet. Like I said, I didn't sell one print. Only got 7 people out of over 700 to share my posts. And yeah, that was soul crushing, man. It was soul crushing. Now that I think about it, I was actually shocked when I created a GoFundMe and I made like $500 to cover the cost of color my artwork and prints. I think back in summer of 2019. You know, there were people at the time who supported me. You know, they had the means, and you know, they gave a little bit, and I was able to meet that GoFundMe goal and pay the other artists who were coloring my shit. So I think that was the last time I pretty much e-begged for anything other than, you know, me doing my social experiment to see who was ride or die for me back in 2021, and that was a hard pill to swallow. But it was something I needed to know for a fact anyway. Like I said, at the time, I was getting so many friend requests. I mean, like, dude, 5 or 6, 7 friend requests a day in 2021. So I was trying to see, okay, which of these people are just whatever, you know, ride or die, or just who are these fake ass people, or just people who are low-key haters wanting to be on my friends list so they can see what I post and shit. And but yeah, that's how it was. Man, today has been a trip as far as the whole, you know, art thing, and you know, my personal opinion of art standards. Like I said, it is my personal opinion. And it is what it is. It's like, you got the right to have a personal opinion. You got the right to not like or dislike shit. And you have the right to talk shit about people. Especially if you bought their shit. I guess if I didn't buy their shit and didn't know who the fuck they were. But like I said, Rob Liefeld, well-known 90s comic book icon. Stephen Platt, you know, he was known in the 90s to the point that 30-something-year-old dudes still talk about him in comic book groups. And I bought, you know, those artist books. I supported those artists, you know, with my money. And then, you know, Rob Liefeld tried to come at me, basically, you know, trying to shove his dick in my face, shove his dick in my face, saying, "Yo, who the fuck are you, man? Who are you to have an opinion about this guy who stimulated the masses?" I'm like, I was one of those masses who bought that shit, and even though I bought it, I still think it's a hot mess. So yeah, you're not changing my mind, Mr. Rob Liefeld. I love your work, but yeah, who are you to tell me not to have an opinion? You ain't nobody. You can eat a dick if you're trying to go that route with me. I'm sorry, bro. You could be the president of the United States, and if you try to tell me what I should think, not like or dislike, you can eat a dick too. I'd be like, I don't know, if it was my own mom telling me that, I would politely tell her, "No, mom, and you can go somewhere." I would never tell my mom to eat a dick. Never tell my mom that. I would tell her, "Leave me alone. Go somewhere. Don't start with me, mom." But anybody else that can eat a dick, yeah. Yeah, you never want to tell a black woman, especially your mom, to eat a dick. That's a death sentence. Oh, god damn. Big ass titties. I'm sure Rob Liefeld probably looked at my profile page and everything. He just saw nothing but like anime waifus and me pushing other artists and me posting random shit on my Facebook page. But I think after I let him know, it's like, dude, you know, I'm a fan. I love your work. I still think, you know, Stefan Platt's work is a hot mess, no matter what you say. I think he just respected it, you know. Like I said, if he tried to clap back, it just would have made him look like an asshole. It did. It would have made him look like an asshole if he did try to clap back. So I think he, you know, I think he said, it's like, okay, I see where you're coming from. You know what? I'm going to leave you alone. It's like, what can you say after that? You know, without being a douchebag. It's like, it's your dude's personal opinion. What are you going to tell him? Oh, your personal opinion is wrong. Okay, so? What? It's wrong. Okay, whatever, bro. Don't care. But yeah, like I said, all I posted was facts. All I posted was facts. There was no shit posting in none of my posts. None. But I just found it funny that I just got the clap back from Rob Liefeld himself. I need to screenshot that shit. I do. Oh man, cause that was some crazy shit. That was crazy. I mean, he even cursed in this comment. He was like, "Oh, you just full of your own shit." I'm like, what? What? Once I read that, okay, all the kitty gloves were off. It's like, oh, okay. Kitty gloves came off at that point. But I was still respectful. Like I said, I like the guy. I have nothing personal against him. I guarantee you, if it was anybody else, I probably would have said sell it. I would have said hella shit. I probably would have just popped off so bad if it was somebody else other than Rob Liefeld. He's lucky. I like him. He's lucky. He's lucky. Shoot, I went after people for less. Oh my god. Okay, I was about to say, I've already hit that point. I could not. Yeah, if he was somebody else, I was waiting for him to reply. I was waiting. I was itching. I was mentally prepared for Rob Liefeld to reply. That's still not to say he won't reply later. But like I said, I think some dude was a snitch. Probably like one of his image buddies, or you know, one of the people in the group said, "Hey, there's this dude talking shit about Stefan Platt in the group. You want to come in here and check out this dude's comments?" So Rob Liefeld came, he read the shit, and then he tried to come at me. And I'm like, yeah, you can come over here. It's like, sure. I'm like, but I am not the one. I am not the one. You can't come at me on the arguments based on feelings at all. He tried to come at me on feelings and try to question my credibility. In the same time, I was like, shit, fuck you. That was my mindset at the time. I respectfully fuck you. You know, just a respectful F you to you, Mr. Rob Liefeld. You know, if you're gonna come at me sideways, that's just the way it goes. Like I said, I know of him. He's a public personality. Dude has a wiki page. I know Rob Liefeld can talk that shit. I seen him go after people on Twitter, on Facebook. I know who I'm dealing with. I know exactly who I'm dealing with. And you know what? Still don't give two fucks. Don't. I don't. People are like, well, one time, you know, if you meet him and, you know, you might end up working for him. He'll give you a job and he realized who you were, and then, you know, because you being an ass or a dick, you know, he won't give you a job. It's like, oh well. He started it. He came at me. Not the other way around. You know, he came in there defending his boy. He came at me. I got two guitars. God damn it. Oh, I gotta buy Ayani a drink. A cream soda. Damn, I wasn't paying attention to the missions at all. Do they got any cream sodas in these stores? Do I have to buy it as a manager? Wait, let me see. Mission in progress. I could use something sweet to drink. Ayane mission. Drink a cream soda. Okay. So her ass just wants to drink a cream soda. And what do you know? There's a cream soda right there. No, I don't want to gift wrap a cream soda. Do you wish to purchase this item? Yes. But man, ugh, like you can't say you can't comment a personal opinion. You can't do anything in a group, like anything like on a forum that the majority don't agree with. It's like, cause they will come at you. They will come at you in full force. Like I said, I'm already starting to get a rep in this group. People are like, okay, this guy has a shit ton of knowledge. Who the fuck is this guy? Who is this guy? He knows a lot of shit about this artist or this artist. He knows a lot of this shit about these other people. It's like, dude, I do research. Like I said, I was a diehard Image Comics fan. You know, I read all the articles in magazines. I watched the documentaries on YouTube. I followed some of these guys' social media. I read their wikis. It's like I'm just a fountain of unnecessary knowledge, but it does come in handy. Like, do I switch to honor? Do I have to give her that fucking costume? Let me see. Golden bikini malfunction. I don't know. I don't think I built up my stuff with Ayani yet to give her a gold bikini, because her ass will probably throw it away. But let's switch to owner mode again. For the sports shop. I could use my owner money to buy swimsuits and shit, but these swimsuits are expensive. I don't know. It's like, if I buy it and then give it to the girl and she declines it, shit, that's money wasted. Do I have to gift wrap it? No, I don't want to gift wrap it. Yes, there we go. I just wanted to buy the freaking swimsuit. Oh, there's a cute one. I don't know, this is the one that Mila wears in Dead or Alive 5. But yeah, Shinigami, I know you probably heard my little art rant. You probably don't know who the hell I'm talking about. But it was freaking interesting to say the least. A lot of good came out of it. Had some good discussions. Nothing didn't get too heated. You know, other than Rob Liefeld, you know, coming at me the way he did. It's like, man, you are seriously full of your own shit. What have you done to have stirred the masses? It's like, who says that? Who says that? Now, granted, it's like I understand, you know, his position and, you know, where he stands in the, you know, the '90s art lexicon and comic book history, and you know that's what it was. That's how you made your name. That's how you made your fortune, was becoming a name as an artist. And it's like, even if your work was straight hot ass, or in my case, what I said about Stephen Platt, a hot mess, if you made that money and people loved your shit, then it didn't matter how shitty your art was. It didn't matter. And you know, I can respect that. It's like, it is what it is. You know? Like I said, I'm not hating on I'm not hating on Stephen Platt's success. Why are you mad? Calm down, Lolly. Come on, set the ball better. God damn. Damn it, Hitomi. Come on. You gotta start blocking. Get your little ass up the net. Start blocking, Marie. Whew. You ain't getting that, Kokoro. What you apologizing for? There was no way for you to get that. But I'm sure at this time, people read that comment. They're like, this Montreal Mac guy is, this guy is fearless. You know, he didn't back down to Rob Liefeld. It's like, nope, why should I? You don't know me. But I know all about him. You don't know me from Adam. But I can tell you where he was born, raised, how many kids he got, how much money he made. How he got his start in the comics, how many comics he drew. I can tell you a lot of shit about him because this stuff is publicly known. He's famous. You know, as a comic artist, he's famous. He was in Levi's commercials back then. That's how big comic artist was. You made Levi's commercials. You know, he created Deadpool. Became a $100 million movie franchise. So it's like, yeah. He's publicly known. Me? Nope. I'm a nobody. I am just whooping the computer's ass today. Yeah, but as far as the whole art side of it, it is what it is. Too many people praise, you know, mediocrity in general. It's like, and plus I'm in a group where there's a bunch of guys who just love, you know, 90s comic and 90s comics art. So, you know, they're immediately going to have a bias towards, you know, a lot of the bad art that was published during that time. Hey, I bought it too. You know, I bought it too. Ooh, I got the mermaid. Cool. I bought it. I championed it. Traded with friends. It was the reason why I started drawing in the first place. Was because of Rob Liefeld and Jim Lee and Tom McFarlane, you know, all those 90s artists, is the reason why, you know, I became an artist myself. So it's like I don't hate. I don't hate, but I do realize that a lot of the shit was not good. You know, it is what it is. It's like, you can like it, and that's perfectly fine. I have nothing against people liking what they like. Shit, I liked it. I said, but if you're looking at it from a, you know, a critical or objective point of view, it wasn't very good. A lot of it was fundamentally flawed. A lot of it was. Was it exciting? Yes, very exciting. I still flip through and read my 90s comic books even right now. You know, those are the good old days. You know, that was my generation. I said, but you know, going through art school, I got educated. You got educated, you learned the do's and don'ts and what you shouldn't do. And a lot of these guys got away with it, made millions of dollars doing it. But, you know, they were one out of millions of artists. You know, not every artist can get away with it. If I was playing devil's advocate against myself when it comes to these type of arguments, you know, I would probably bring up the fact it's like, okay, maybe you're just butthurt because you never made it, you know, as big as these guys. You were shitting on, you know, their art style or whatever. It's like, you're talking about being fundamentally sound. Like, yeah, these guys are not fundamentally sound, but yeah, they, you know, they made millions of dollars. So if I'm playing devil's advocates against myself, that's what I would bring up. But, you know, that's pretty much me trolling at that point. Because at the same time, my arguments would get that would be, well, you know what, I said, you know, you might have a point. Because it was like, through my experience as an artist selling at conventions, you know, actually going out the grind, doing commissions work and selling and stuff like that. It's like, there are so many ways, different ways to succeed in the art game. It's like, but not everybody is going to get lucky. It's like one out of hundreds of thousands of artists get an opportunity to make big money. Not all of us get that opportunity. And a lot of times, a lot of the good artists get ignored. Because why? Like some dude said in the group, you know, a lot of people who are fundamentally sound, their art is considered boring. It's not exciting. Even though the work is good, good enough to sell and to publish, it doesn't, as Rob Liefeld say, stir the masses and, you know, whatnot. And it's like, I can say from my point of view, I'm a whole different type of illustrator. I don't draw excitement. I draw things that titillate, that arouse. It's a whole different type of excitement. You know, I don't draw like big buff dudes with bulging muscles and veins and accessories and that shit. I tried doing it, but it just wasn't my style. It just didn't look right. You know, I'm not good at drawing extreme dynamic poses where I have legs coming out of testicles and shit. Or, you know, Spider-Man back in the 90s where his legs would be behind his ears and shit. Nah, that wasn't my style of art. I tried drawing it, but it just wasn't my thing. And do I have a little bit of jealousy and envy of people who are not as good as me or fundamentally bad being successful? I would say yes. I would say I do have a little bit of envy because it's like, it makes you question yourself. It's like, okay, what did I do wrong? It's like, what am I doing wrong? What are they doing right that I'm doing wrong? Oh my god, I'm not concentrating. I'm getting wrecked right now. But I'm just having a deep level of thought right now. Can't concentrate. Okay, we got the lead though. But it wasn't what I was doing wrong. It was just that person had intangibles that I didn't. One, they were likable. They had a lot of people who supported them for them. Not the art itself, but them as a person. And then there are some people who just support mediocrity just because it inspires them. Because like I said, you know, art is subjective. And I would have to say millennials, I know I hate putting people in that boat, but a lot of millennials, they strive on subjectivity. They do. They strive on subjectivities and a lot of feelings. My generation, no, we had a universal truths. Our generation was the last time where folks treated us, you know, like we were a younger generation, you know, people were hard asses to my generation. Yeah, half of us are a bunch of pussies, but we were raised on those hard truths though, you know, those life lessons where it's like, stop being a pussy. But it's like, My generation was like, you know what, fuck you, I'm going to be a pussy anyway. And then as long as we're, you know, making a living and making money, then the older generation is like, okay, as long as you're paying rent and being functional and making money, contributing to society, then okay, we'll let you be a pussy because it looks like we can't beat it or talk you out of it. See, that's the thing with older generations. You had to prove it. You had to prove yourself. You had to prove your bullshit. You had to prove it. And it's like, but we weren't whiny about it. We never doubled down just to stick it to them. It was just that's just the way that we were. You know, we weren't out to overly prove anything. You know, we just wanted to live how we wanted to live. And it's like, but at the same time, we didn't rub it in anybody else's faces or anything like that. Like the recent generations have. Like millennials, Z and Y. Yeah, they're you know, the kids who grew up as, you know, teenagers or youngsters on the YOLO era. Yeah. Yay, I gained more experience points. Now I gotta go to the casino and play some effing poker. What did I get? But yeah, I would have to say I'm kind of envious of them people. I do try to learn on what makes them successful. Like I said, I do have some art buddies who art and talent wise are not very good, but they sell their work at an affordable price. They're very nice, they're very personable, and they just have very good customer service skills. They know how to market their stuff on social media, and so that's how they make money. You know, that's what I got from them. And then I just got, it was like, what was it? I think one of the craziest things I heard on the downloads was somebody sent me a message. I don't want to mention his name, but he said sometimes people get supported just out of spite because they don't want to support certain other people, so they'll push another artist just to push this artist up to spite other artists. And I'm like, yeah, I can see that. I can definitely see that. People pushing up, you know, putting a mediocre artist up on a pedestal, basically just to push the narrative. It's like, yeah, these other artists may be good and stuff, but you know, we're gonna support this guy just to stick it to these guys, just to prove a point. You know, that this mediocre person can be successful and make money, while you people who are good and godlike and fundamentally sound are not making money. Haha, you know, stick it to you. So yeah, it's like, I get that. I know there are some petty people with money out there. I learned that back in like 2013 when it came to Evo. Evo had a little thing where whoever donated the most money to breast cancer, like a breast cancer charity, would main stage Evo. So you had, these were the games, Dead or Alive, I think it was Dead or Alive 5. There was the My Little Pony fighting game, but Hasbro put a kibosh to that, and that My Little Pony fighting game became the fighting game called Them Fighting Herds later on. Smash Brothers and some other games. And so the community that put up the most money, because they've been wanting to main stage Evo for like years. This community has wanted to troll and main stage Evo for years, because Smash Brothers is not considered a true fighting game by many in the FGC. That is a fact. And I do feel that Smash Brothers is not a true fighting game. It's an arena-based brawler. Even Nintendo, the people who make the freaking game, say it's not a fighting game. It's a party game with combat elements. They never meant for that game to be played at tournaments. That's why Nintendo's a hard ass at, you know, their games being streamed at tournaments or even being at Evo. I think Nintendo told them not to have Evo main stage Smash anymore at this Evo this year. But this community in 2013, I think, raised like huge, like I think it was like 30 something thousand dollars just to main stage Evo, and they were main staging Evo ever since. Why? Because they bring in high tournament entry numbers, and the live stream numbers are high. But like I said, I just felt they were just a bunch of trolls, and they bought their way into Evo. They did. The Smash community, they bought their way into Evo. It's like they can't deny it anymore. They can't deny it. It's like, I know back then people were like, no. I'm like, yes. They bribed their way into Evo. That's straight up facts. And like I said, so it doesn't surprise me that there are some people with deep pockets, you know, pushing the work of other artists. Perfect example was Peach Momoko throughout like 2020 during COVID. I have no hate against Peach Momoko. You know, I respect her grind, but she did cover art for everybody and her mom and their mama during 2020. And you had all these YouTube like I'm looking at her work, I'm like, it's not bad. Some of her covers are good, and the other half are just meh. You know, they're just they're not overly, you know, impressive to me. But people were like just sipping on the Peach Momoko Kool-Aid all of 2020. It's like, I never seen pictures of this chick. Maybe she was hot. So I don't know. Okay, did I? I've never seen none of that. Okay, I got a pair. I got one pair. I'm gonna raise. Let's see what they gonna do. Raise that shit to 400. Oh, she folded. Oh, Kasumi's calling me. Uh-oh. Marie's calling me. Raise 500. Confirm. Okay. Alrighty. What do you call it? Oh, she folded. Kasumi folded. Why are you bullshitting, Kasumi? Alright, what cards do I want to get rid of? Oh my god. I got a king and an ace. I need to get a pair though. I need to get a pair. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm going. There we go. I just exchanged them all because I didn't know what the fuck I'm doing. Okay, I'm just stuck with that pair. Call it. Oh, you raising again? Okay, you raise. Hey, I got a lot of money here, girl. Let's do this. Let's see what you got. Oh my god, you had a freaking flush. Son of a... Damn, Marie? Why didn't you bet a lot more money? I would have betted like all my cash. I would have bet all my junk. I don't have no shit here. Alright, so I am going to... It's been a while since I played poker. Hold, exchange those. Ah, this is a shitty hand. Fold. Let's see what y'all got. Ah, Marie just be bluffing, but I don't know, she had that flush last time. She had that flush. Oh, Kasumi left. Kasumi's not much of a gambler. Alright, so I got a 3. Ooh, I got a 2 pair of 6s. I got a 3, 4, and 9. Alright, so I am going to hold that 1 pair. Ooh, Reizu. She said Reizu. Oh, Marie folded. She ain't bluffing. God damn. I don't know if Coco, I don't know if Momiji's much of a bluffer. But we go see. Okay, I got Kokoro to fold. Momiji met me. So Momiji is like, I don't give two fucks. Oh, I got my two pair. Got my two pair. There we go. What you got? Oh, she is okay. What you got? What you got? What you got, Momiji? I beat you. Haha. I got my two pair, so I met my goal. Alright, let's do a couple of more games of some poker. What we got? I got two aces. Nice. Two aces. Kokoro's gone. Who else? Oh, Momiji got balls. Eh, Marie's gone. I am going to... There we go. Shit. I only got that one pair. I'm gonna call it. Oh, she's gonna raise it. Okay. Let's see what you got. What you got? God damn it! 3 of a kind. Why did they bet more money? They should have, man. Should have did what I did earlier. Just bet like a whole bunch of money. Holy shit! So I got a jack, a queen, a king, and I got a 10. I could definitely try to go for some kind of, I don't know, a straight or a flush or something. I forgot the name of it. But we'll see what happens. It's like luck would really have to be on my side to get a 9. I need a 9. I do need a 9. No, no 9. But I do got a straight though. Although this is a flush, I forgot the name of it. But I do got it. So I did get the ace, so that helped me out. So I really did luck out. Let's see what they're gonna do when I put $1,000 on the table. Let's see what they got. Oh, Kokoro! Kokoro does not blush. Neither does Marie. Showdown. What we got? Beat y'all. Yeah, I got a straight. Yep, beat all that shit. I think I made my money back that I lost. Alright. Ooh, got another pair. Getting some really good opening hands here. Really good opening hands. Kasumi came back, now she's out, Momiji's out. Oh, nope, Marie's like, nope, I'm gonna call your bluff. She gonna call my bluff. Shit. Let's see what you got, Marie. See what you got. Oh, we tied. I won, I had the higher cards, I had 2 aces. Alrighty. 10. Got a 10, an ace. Okay, I got another good hand. Dang, I'm just racking up the good hands tonight. Like I said, today's a good day. I should have played the lottery. I should have played the lottery. Oh, Sumi's calling me. I think Momiji's gonna be out. What you gonna do, Momiji? She's out. Yep, called it. And Marie's out. Alright. I'm gonna keep that 10. Ah. Damn. I'm gonna raise you. I'm gonna raise you, Kasumi. Let's see what you got. Okay, she met me. See what we got. See what you got. I got the higher cards. I won again. I've been getting some good hands. Okay, I got a 7, a 9, a 10, a king, and an ace. Huh. Interesting hand, not a very good hand. but I'm gonna try to bluff. Yep, I got Kasumi to leave. I got Momiji to leave. I bluffed them and they left. Oh my god. Oh, Lei Fang's at the table now. Lei Fang. Okay, now the game is kind of giving me. Oh, these last two hands have been kind of meh. But so far I'm doing a good job of bluffing. And luckily I'm not playing with oh my god, Marie's like I am not falling for your bullshit anymore. Oh, Lei Fang. Lei Fang's not much of a bluffer. Lei Fang might got a good hand. Oh, she folded. I maxed out the money. Like all the money I lost, I got back. I actually made profit. I made it to the maximum amount of money I can have on this character. I should actually go play some actual poker one of these days. But can I send a gift? Oh, I got a gift from Zach. What did he send me this time? Let's see what I got. I just wanted. Oh, I got a little umbrella. I swear, this song is probably like the best song on this game, but it's the most weirdest song. I just wanna tell you. Don't understand a word this dude is saying in this song. But anytime you watch a live stream, everybody sings along to this song. Alrighty. I gotta put away some of this shit. Oh, already got it? Shit. Ooh, excuse me. Yeah, man. Crazy day on social media. Uh-oh, what did people put on Facebook? I got some two little things here. Let's see what we got. No. Like I said, they left me alone. They left me alone. That's not to say somebody will come in tomorrow and read my comments and come after me. Because like I said, I've been in a similar situation where somebody will come in. Oh my god, how dare you speak to this important person this way? You should be lucky to even chat with you. Who are you to say anything? You're just a scrub and loser and all this other stuff. Like I said, I've been through this drama before. I am not new to the smoke. I do a good job of handling the smoke. Sadly, most of these people don't realize that. They get themselves in a situation where, you know, their mouth writes checks that they can't cash. But it is what it is. But it will be interesting. Oh man, I don't know why I'm the way I am when it comes to bullshit on the internet. Because it's like, not many people bullshit in real life, but bullshitting is like basic way to communicate on the internet. Oh yeah, Shinigami, what was it? I think 2 or 3 nights ago, me and gosh darn it, I am so brain dead right now. What's his name? I forgot his name. Well, NBK, you know who he is. The creator of Niobe. I am so brain dead right now. I need a drink. That's what I need. I really need a drink. I need some booze. But yeah, me and him played some games like a few nights ago. We played some Tekken and some DOA. We wish you were on that night. Where were you, man? Why weren't you on that night? You were not on at all. Woohoo! Got more Zack dollars. More experience points. Were you on that night? Yeah, I didn't see you at all on my friends list or nothing. We were like, where's Shinigami at? Freaking he beat my ass in Tekken. Oh, you was asleep. Yeah, I figured you were asleep. I figured you were. Yeah, he beat me, I think 20 matches to 5. Tekken 7. But I didn't let him get one win in Dead or Alive 6. He was like, dude, you're beating my ass at this game. You know, let's play some Tekken. It was like I had fun playing Tekken. You know, I had fun getting my face beat in, but then again, it's like I haven't played Tekken since like last year. So I was definitely not in Tekken shape. And he got better at Tekken. He got better since the last time we played. He knew what the hell he was doing. I think the only character I really just mollywopped him with was Zafina. But that's because I played a lot with Zafina back in like Tekken 6. I think the only thing that sucks right now is that my PlayStation Plus expired. So I won't be able to play games online. It's like the only thing I'll probably be able to do is like spectate while you guys play until I you know, get my PlayStation Plus back. Like I said, I don't play games a lot online anyway, so it's like my cousin, he left his credit card on here. And it was automatically billing him, and he was like, dude, did you take my credit card off there again? It was billing him like $9.99 a month. And then I think I took it off before May 24th, so it didn't renew the subscription. So May 24th was the last time I could play on PlayStation Plus, or last time I had PlayStation Plus. God damn, Lei Fang. I wish you would have spiked that hard in the first game. Blam. There we go. Yeah, so me and MB, you know, we chatted, played some games, talked about Wonky Ninja, hoping he's okay. Do I really want to play against Momiji and Kokoro, especially after I beat their ass in poker? Sure, why not? Yeah, what she said. Ganbatte. Do they have an English? Nah, this is the Asian version, so they don't have the English language option. I don't think they do. All I know in Dead or Alive Xtreme 2, it was so weird hearing them speak English. Especially after playing this game for so long. Ah. I'm sure my cousin will probably be like, stop talking shit on the internet. Especially after watching this video, because he likes to watch my live streams when he's at work. He works overnight at Tesla. So as soon as he see a new live stream pop up, he will be like, what the fuck? Oh, she did get a little bit of it. Nice spike. I am so happy that they learned how to pronounce spike. They used to say nice spike-oo. Damn it, hit the net. Thanks, Marie. You know how to say spike, not spike-oo. God damn! How did I miss that? It just went right through me. It just occurred to me that Ayane got a fat ass. When did Ayane have ass? She got some cake. Oh, there he is. MBK's online. Oh yeah, I gotta join him just so I can talk shit. Alright, let me finish this game. And then I'll join the room. Just so I can get his opinion. Ah. Get that shit out of here. These are like some long rallies right now. I wonder if the computer's on like hard difficulty. Nope. Bam. Finish that off. I'm making all this money, but I ain't making no money. Damn, Kokoro just showing all the titties and the booties. But alright, folks. I am going to end this live stream. I am going to join my other buddy's live stream. And for those of you guys who stopped by and watched, thanks for watching. Thanks for stopping by, Shinigami. For those of you guys watch later, thanks for watching. Stay safe. God bless.